I'm Nancy Fox, psychic medium, here to channel for you spiritual reading, Virgin Mary. Mary Magdalene, I am here now to say I'm in Nancy's being, and I did speak to her. She was walking by the lake, very distraught, when she was taken down by liars, her brother and sister, and framed horribly after the stalkers came to their property. River Farm Drive mom is called. Historically, she is a hero. She is historic, and this is a historical moment coming. We do pray shortly. It's a historical movement. It is good against evil. It is a war of high technology on the internet, and she is the Son of God, and they are the devil. It is a war of good and evil. It is a war on the internet. It is a high technology war. It is a war of stop slavery internationally. She is the Son of God, such as my son, Jesus Christ, Jesus. She is the same as him, as she is my relative of a past life. I did speak to her walking by the lake in Westlake Village. She would walk along the lake and feel better and do readings by us as she feels very spiritual there in Westlake Village, her hometown where she raised her precious daughters for 14 years. They rushed to the suburbs to raise them in a safe community, her and her ex-husband, their dad, and they rushed out there for the great school district and the safety of the community. And the feeling in Thousand Oaks, Westlake Village, it felt so safe for them. And Thousand Oaks was named the safest city in America till the devil came in. And they are the first in 1,000 families to be framed at the UCFS to be taken to slavery. It's called a boomerang effect, like dominoes. They pick one family, then they take all their friends and distant relatives. And she has reported many tips, saved many people, and she has reported many tips. And we'll give you the names. I am Virgin Mary. She has reported the Kogler family, or Heaney family. No, it is the Kogler family, the Sigurds, Mormons. She has reported many, many, many times. And it is also Aaliyah and Camarillo. They had Peeping Tom on, and she has saved her life 1,000,000 times over. And she has reported a girl they call Sandy Tepolita's daughter. They have reported, that's what they call them. Some names are fake, and the name that they say from the reading is Sandy Tepolita's kids, twins. They have sold to slavery, and they've been trying to traffic them to a hotel motel. And even Janine Sherwood Drive bought her whore clothes in a bag, and they keep trying to capture Sandy Tepolita's children, they call them, and that is, I won't say, but that is the name they call them. And that is the name they call them. It's the crime tip to save them. But this tip she's reported many times to save those children's lives. And the Sigurd family, Kogler family, and the Tepolitas family. Those are the names she has gotten, and many other people she has reported are sold in snuff movies. And she is the one to stop slavery. 2008, a job came for her on the door, plastered to the front door, stolen by Tall Jan, stolen again, and fall away. That is for her to stop all these kids from getting murdered and to save all their parents from being framed and stalked by DCFS medical spies who sit underground and masturbate and frame and copy-paste, and they call it doodling around and leafing through papers, and they sit underground houses and cook up stories. They pretend they're lawyers. They probably didn't even pass the bar. They sit around cooking up stories to frame a nice mother, to capture the mother and the daughters by ambulance, fire truck, or setting them up to police sheriff, and they are innocent people doing nothing wrong at all. They just plot which family will they make the most money on, who's the prettiest daughter, which mother is pretty we could traffic or take to a snuff set, and they just sit around when leafing through papers and cooking up stories to capture them. And I am Virgin Mary explaining. Now she's worried. She said the name Sandy Tepolitas, but that is the name that they say. Sandy Tepolita's children are being sold to slavery, and the Kogler family completely, and Leah and Camarillo, and many others. And these names she has reported many times to save their lives. And she was to have an office at the landing on the Westlake by their house, River Farm Drive. And that is her 100-page job that came in Fall 08 and many times since in May 2010, stolen from the Royal Crown Plaza Fax, and then was to be handed to her summer when she worked as a reader at the Psychic Eye bookshop. It was supposed to be handed to her in summer 2010 in the palm of her hand, and was not. And that is her job, to save all these people, all these kids and moms in Westlake Village, Oak Park, Agora High, Thousand Oaks, and Camarillo, Simi Valley, Santa Monica, Los Angeles, Mississippi, and the Bronx, New York City, and West Virginia. That is where they end up dead in a box. And I'm Virgin Mary, and a explaining this to you. I am here in Nancy's Bean, and I have been appearing her customers. She does psychic readings for, even took my photo when they were Skyping. And that is the proof, and Nancy has seen me walking in the kitchen here at Siegel and Cleon in North Hollywood, and I am Virgin Mary appearing on earth to prove it is me speaking.